Welcome to Look and See Outdoors. Haven't been able to do this in a while, but check out this beautiful bluebird sky. Man, it is turned off cold again. It's not quite as cold as it's going to get, but it is much cooler than what it has been the past week. Got some interesting weather lining up from what I've been reading about, but you never know about the weather. Weather changes from hour to hour around here. So from day to day and week to week, you just don't know. But I am about to do a ruck. This will be, it's going to be about a 4-mile ruck. I have done a couple of half-mile to 1-mile rucks, kind of intermingling in some workouts. And on my journey today, I thought I'd share some of the countryside and maybe just do a little chatting and see what we see out there. Right now it's just warming up and about to get started. All right, got started into the ruck. My lovely wife is with me. We just got off. That's probably the most treacherous part right there. Don't have much incline. This is probably the most incline on this particular route. Just past a dead deer. It was a young yearling, looked like a little doe, gotten hit by a car. We're probably a 1/4 mile into this, and I believe it's 4 miles out and back. Windy today. Front pushing in, bringing in much colder air. But it feels good to be out rucking. I've got about right at 50 pounds on me with the plates, and then my Alice pack. I've got a bumper plate in it. I think it's 25 or 30 pounds. I can't remember. I was doing a 45-pound plate, but it was causing me back issues at the time. So, talking about the weight, you need to get out and feel the weight, what works. 50 pounds is good for me. And then you kind of put a little lean forward into your stride. And then you just walk. Fast march. Some people get out here and run like this. We'll talk more about that as we go. My wife and I was smelling something, and we came up on this on the side of the road. That looks like that was a buck, a doe, and then that looks like another doe. I know this is gross. Somebody killed these deer. Looks like they were poached and then just dumped them on the side of the road. All right, well, we're back on the tail end of the ruck, and the temperature has dropped tremendously. It is probably 10 to 15 degrees cooler than when we started. I think it's mainly the wind factor. The wind shifted and started coming out of the north, and it's biting. It's got a little chilly bite to it, and it's gusting. But we're getting close to the end. And it's been a good ruck. It's been good to get out and do some exercising on this beautiful day and just shake the cobwebs and beat that defeated feeling. So, first ruck of the year is just about done. That's my son and his friend that stayed the weekend with him. They're roaming around. Well, the ruck was good, and it was nice to be out and do it with my wife. We had a good time. We had a good conversation. She's got this app that helps you listen and read through the Bible in a year. So we were listening to today's session in the book of Job, and it was an interesting part. It was near the end of the book where God is basically kind of correcting Job and getting on him. Like, who are you to question me and my sovereignty and my goodness and my holiness and my righteousness and all that good stuff? And Job kind of realizes that he was wrong in questioning God and the things that were going on in his life. And God fully restored him and blessed him again and multiplied what he had lost. He had lost everything but his life. It was an amazing story. You need to read the book of Job if you've never read it. As we were going, I was thinking about this new year and how we're into it now. About 2 weeks, I think, or so. 2 weeks, maybe going to the 3rd week now. And it seems like a long year already. It was nice to get out in the sunshine. It hasn't really been sunny in quite some time now. It's been real kind of dreary with foggy mornings and just cloudy days. And I kind of was feeling depressed, really I was. And today I was like, man, I got to get out and do something. And I got out and rucked. You know, exercise is key. Exercise is, man, it really helps. Just getting out walking. Rucking is walking with weight. And I was watching a video. Chad Wright, he's somebody I enjoy listening to. If y'all don't know who Chad Wright is, look him up on YouTube. He's got a big old beard. I think he's a Navy SEAL, retired Navy SEAL. Lives up in North Georgia. I believe that's where he's out of. But the video was real interesting. He was talking about rucking, and he's getting into rucking. He's a long distance runner and does a lot of races, and he was talking about how that he's learned that that's not good for you. And I thought that was interesting coming from a professional runner like him. And he did something crazy in that video. I was laughing. Him and I believe it was one of his friends, Chili. Chili's a bit younger than him, and they were still running. They would run a lap. They were doing 4 quarter-mile sections. They would run a lap, then they'd put a ruck pack on, do that lap. They did 2 runs and 2 rucks, and it made 1 mile. But they had 100 pounds. You got to check that video out. Just look up Chad Wright on YouTube and look up the rucking one. It's just a few days old. It was so funny, but I can't. That 100 pounds, wow. I'm right at 50 pounds. And I think eventually I'm going to try a little more weight, but I'm going to get back into rucking and build myself up. This is my boomstick. These things are amazing. I've wore off the, man, these things will wake you up. They're sneaking up on me. So I've been joined by a sniper. Don't put your muzzle in the ground, son. Dude, you got to learn to work that pump.
Can you help me?
Sure can.
I'm on
I heard a ding.
This gun is cool.
Been working on this little plant to do a bonsai. It's been a long time since I've messed with the bonsai. I actually took classes back in the day up in Tennessee at Tree Haven. It was a bonsai school by Warren Hill. He was the instructor there. It was a nice place. He had some stately bonsai that were worth a lot of money. And he wound up having issues with his health due to a shoulder surgery, and he had I think what they call a post-stroke after his surgery, and he had to wind up selling all his plants. And I had just learned not long ago that he passed away back in the summer of 24.
I hit it again.
Yes, you did. Oh boy, shooting up them pellets. There's a squirrel right in there, a metal squirrel. So I'm going to work on this for a little while. I got someone I'm going to give this to when I get it shaped. I promised him a long time ago. See where I've been working on a little bit right here. We're not going to sit here and do a video on bonsai. Just thought I'd share a little love of mine that I'm getting back into. This is a juniper. What's that, babe?
Ready?
I'm ready.
I hit it!
Ping! You hit it. All right, well, I did a little more snipping. It's kind of got a nice little shape to it. Got a little pot I'm going to put it in. I'm not going to do that right now. Just another rabbit trail I went on with bonsai. Daniel Son and the baby trees. Well, it's good to have that ruck done. It's only just a little over 4 miles. Fixing to try a drink here. I haven't had this before. I think it's an Alani. This may be a sissy energy drink. I don't know. Cherry slush. I'm not a fan of cherry flavors. I'll drink it, but I had one that was given to me in this Christmas gift, and I had it in the refrigerator, and it was kind of a peachy flavor, I think, and I was looking forward to it. And one of my sons got it and drank it, so he replaced it with this thing. I'm not a fan of cherry, but I'll drink it. I think somebody's sneaking down here. Want a good little pick-me-up? These boomsticks, I like them. That is, I believe it's peppermint or spearmint. It's one of the two. I like the way they wake me up, energize. So once again, not my favorite. Maybe I need to give them another try with a different flavor. Not a fan of cherry. The only thing that I like eating cherry are real cherries. Those real Washington State cherry, wherever the cherries come from. One of my favorite energy drinks of all time is the Jocko, the pineapple coconut one. So, I just wanted to share the ruck. I have not done a ruck in quite a while, and that was first ruck of the year. I hope we're going to do many more. Get up with my buddies in the near future, and we get back to rucking. We got some ideas of some workouts I want to do this year. I'm going to do some runs. I want to try to do the St. Patty's Day run. I'm planning on doing in summertime, doing the Country's Midnight Run, and of course in the fall, the Mogadishu Mile. But in some other exercises, we're talking about this one exercise. We'll probably talk about more in detail as we get along on Good Friday morning, and kind of explain that workout. And then of course the looking forward to the Murph on Memorial Day weekend, and that'll probably be about my 8th or 9th year doing that one. I'll have to look at when I started. I can't remember. Maybe in 2017 when I started. 2018, somewhere in there. I had to look back. So anyway, I hope this video is an encouragement to you guys. Get out. Get to moving. Man, it just does wonders for you. Mentally, physically, spiritually. And get off that couch. Get out of that recliner. That's what I was doing earlier, and I just was feeling like a sack of poop, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna go ruck. And I got up, did a warm up, stretched, hit it. It was even better with my wife. So guys, thank y'all for supporting this channel. Go ahead and hit that like button, that little thumbs button. Hit it. Helps the channel stay circulating the videos. And always feel free to leave a comment. Appreciate you guys. Y'all take care. See ya.